only thing that's missing right now is our dimensions. But one thing I'll say about that is you want to have the overall dimensions of the floor plan, and you will also want to show the dimensions from the exterior walls to the interior walls, and then also another level of dimension, and that's going to show, for example, you've got your overall here, and then you have your overall or outside of exterior wall to the center of the interior walls. And then your third level is going to show exterior to center of openings, that would be doors or windows, to center to the next adjacent interior wall. So you'll want to take a look at the entire floor plan from all four sides and include those dimensions. In a moment, I'll show you one side, but you'll apply it to all sides. Okay? And then we can take a quick look at working with annotations and changing annotation scale. So far, we've been working with 1/4 inch scale. So here, let's do our dimensions, but I need to change layers here. And I'll come back, and we're using just a regular architectural dimension style. And first, if I zoom in, I'm going to measure from the outside base of the exterior wall to the other outside of the exterior wall. And later, I'll show you how we can use our adjust spacing tool to create the 3 levels of dimension. All right. Right now, you can just lay them out. Think about this. Make the larger dimension further away from the model, and then you have your 2 other levels. So if I start like this, the next thing I want to do here is show that was the overall for the facade, but I still have my porch here, right? I can use a continue dimension to continue from that facade to the outside face of what would be the porch there, and then escape. As I proceed, I'm going to show the dimension from the exterior of the base of the wall there to the centers of the interior, and then back out to the exterior. So if I start once again here, and I come over to the center of my interior, this is my second level, so I'm going to have 3 levels here. Kind of just eyeball it right there. And then once again, if I use continue, I'm going to snap to the center wall there of the interior. And you can see I have other walls here too. Now for those, I'll show an interior dimension line. Okay, but here only the walls that come and connect with that exterior face on this side, right? You'll have to take a look at each side of the floor plan. You definitely want to minimize any kind of duplication. So here I finish on this side, escape. So you can see these dimensions are all aligned right here. The problem is going to be, for clarity, to make sure that the spacing between this set, and the final set is all equal. So now the last dimension string here is going to show from the outside of the base to the centers of my openings. That would be my doors and windows, and then referencing the next adjacent interior wall. So if I start again with linear, once again, same starting point here, come over to the center. I placed my first one. I know that these is the spacing here is not equal right now, but it will be. Place one, and then I can continue. Bring it to the center. You can see that little offset right there, right? And there's the 3 levels of dimension. Now I want to make sure that I have enough space between all these 3 series, right? These lines right here. What I could do first is determine, right? We're in the model space right now. When I look at this in the paper, this is going to be some feet apart, right? If I were to actually measure right here. So you want to think about the physical spacing of the dimension as it's placed in the model here. And let's just say we want to keep these dimensions anywhere from 12 inches to 24 inches apart, right? Consistently for all four sides. This is all you'll have to do. Let's just say that this is as far out as I want to be. So everything else is going to be 12 inches from this one. This is going to be 12 inches from that one, right? Let's see how that looks. Starting with adjust space. Here's the base dimension. Follow the sequence. The next step is to select the dimensions that I want to space. So that would include all of these. Next, I hit enter, and then I enter the value. Let's say 12 inches. There's 12 inches. Now you can see that's a little tight. But let's just say, well, instead of 12, I want to make it 24-inch spacing. Once again, if I use adjust space, I select which will be the base dimension, which will not move. And then immediately select all the ones that I do want to move, hit enter, and then type in the value. So there's 24. That's better, a little bit better spacing. Now, if I continue, again, I'll select one of these as the base, and then immediately select all the ones that I want to edit. Then enter, and then enter the value. There's 24. So those are all equally spaced. This is what you'll want to do for each series of dimensions all the way around the floor plan.